Boom. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy back at it with another fire video. We got your boy Angelo coming to you with some free value today, okay? I'm gonna give you straight knowledge, okay? I'm gonna give you some gems so that you can take them and apply them to your hustle, alright? What I want you guys to know first and foremost is that when there is a will, there is a way, okay? And I want to shout out to all the people that are supporting the channel so far. We are going up. So once you get into this game of sports picking, you guys want to be very, very strategic and treat it logically, not emotionally, okay? It's like a game of chess. One event that you make now will affect a event down the road, okay? What I mean by that is, if you take a 1 unit play of 5% risk and you lose that play, that is dramatically going to affect the thought process and the decision making going into the next play, okay? And what we got to be on point is with decision making. Got it? So in this game, it's a very, very simple game of critical thinking, of psychology, and of risk management, all right? And also technical analysis of seeing edges and seeing what's going to happen in the market, okay? All right, so what I want to tap into this next minute is psychology. Psychology in this game is very, very important. I say more important than technical analysis, okay? Psychology means how you think and how you make choices towards what comes at you, right? So what I mean by psychology and having it tap in with your decision making is how you look at the market of what's being given to you in terms of risk to rewards. Okay, I see it's a plus 100 odds. Okay, if I put it on this, I could win that. Curious. Why is the line like that? What could this reward be worth, and what could it help me with down the road? Things like that, psychology. Listen, you want to train yourself to think like a robot. Honestly, that's my best advice. Do not think like a human being, boys. Because when you think like a human being, it's just like everyone else, like the masses. And if you think about it, the 3% are the ones that are successful. The 97% of people are the ones that are not. And you want to think like the 3%. They don't think like the regular human being. They don't have the same emotions of the regular human being. And if you notice, the 3% that do make it, they're different, bro. They're not the same as everybody else. So, staying on topic with sports betting and psychology, I want you guys to know that it is very important to develop it as you go along this journey. And if you're in the game for the long term, for the marathon like me, you take your psychology and you improve it every single day. Whether that be a test that you gotta pass or whether that be a person you gotta help. Psychology is a big factor in the longevity of your bankroll and of yourself personally, okay? So, psychology is very important. Always make sure you're developing it and always make sure you're adding bricks to the wall to create that empire, so to speak. One thing I do want to tap into is this photo right here. It says ride the wave, guys. And that's what you got to do in sports betting. If you notice a trend, if you notice a hot streak that is happening, guys, ride the wave. Okay? And manage your risk effectively to where riding that wave and taking that one loss to where the wave ends is not going to affect you dramatically, okay? What I mean by this is, boom, 5% risk. Once you see that trending play, you see whatever it may be. LeBron James, for example, over 30 points. You see that he's been producing 32, 35, 37, 40, 41, 37 type of performances, then you're gonna want to tap into that wave. You're gonna want to ride that trend at a effective risk per play, okay? 5%, go in, ride that play on one game when he plays against the Suns, when he plays against the Nuggets, when he plays against the Bucks. And keep riding the wave, guys, until the wave is not there no more, right? The law of diminishing returns. That's something I want to tap into next. What that means is every time you win, the returns of winning continuously diminishes, right? It drops, it goes lower, just based off statistical odds. And that's one thing you gotta understand. That is something very, very important to intertwine with psychology. And if you understand that, you're gonna be far ahead than the masses in this game. And that's what I want you guys to be, is far ahead than this game than the masses, right? And next thing we're gonna talk about is identifying opportunities and identifying the waves to be rode, right? And in terms of helping you grow and being able to identify these waves, you're going to want to look for statistical edges and things that are outliers. Outliers are things like something that doesn't happen usually, but it's happening, right? So you're gonna want to tap into those edges and create them for yourself, because that's what's gonna take you long term to the promised land, right? And one thing that is very important for you to remember on this journey is that sometimes your edge is gonna be lined up. Sometimes your risk is gonna be perfect that you took, and it's just not gonna play out. It's just not gonna happen like you predicted, and that's on you as a long-term psychology abiding, improving solo individual to identify. Okay, today was not my play. All right, I'm gonna take it back to the drawing board. I'm gonna write up a plan for tomorrow, and I'm gonna execute. Boom, just like that, guys. Simply execution and having a proper plan is gonna take you farther than 90% of people in this game. You want to always have a plan. You always want to always have an escape plan. Especially, what I mean by an escape plan is, okay, boom, if I put $100 on this and I lose, what is my escape plan? Right? Am I gonna go risk another $100 to try to get my lick back, try to get my money back, or am I gonna try to find a way to regain, reapply what I know and bring it back tomorrow with a better edge, versus hunting for a less probable play to get your emotions going to where you want them to be? No, that's what taps into what I said earlier. You got to think of this like a robot. You got to be a cyborg. You got to not really care about the outcomes and understand that whatever happens, you're gonna be set. And I think that's what separates the masses from the 3%, is that they don't think normally. Like, if they were to take a loss, they have an escape plan. Boom. I lose this X amount of dollars. I'm going to wait till tomorrow and I'm going to fire again on the other side of what I took today. Possibly could be an escape plan, for example. And you just got to really develop these psychological factors in your mind to put you against the herd, against the masses. And another thing I want to tap into is having a set amount of risk a day. For example, one thing I will do, excuse me, one thing I will do is I will take 3 plays in one day, and I will leave it up to the probabilities to take care of me, right? So if I go 2 and 1, I'm satisfied with a profitable day. Usually that will leave me at about half the money I risked profit. So if I risked $100, I'll probably walk away with like $50 to $80. So about 50 to 80% increase on my investment in one day. I'm okay with that, guys, and I understand the logic behind winning 80% of my risk in one day. That's a ginormous return, if you ask me. People don't even make 4% on their money in a year, and I'm making 80% on my investment in a day. So I'm comfortable taking that risk, and I'm not really affected by that one loss. That might have been a bad beat, or it might have been a freaking loser that shouldn't have happened, right? So what you want to tap into is probabilities, statistical odds, and having that cover your sense of security in terms of your bankroll. So always have a plan, always have an escape route, and always know what your probabilities are working for you, and always know what they're going to return to you as, and always know the worst case possible, and always know the best case possible, right? I could go 3-0 today and I'll be up double my money, boom, or possibly triple. Or I'll go 0-3, which is the worst case possible, and I'm going to be down minus 10% of my bankroll for the day, which I can't suffice. Because looking at my edge, I won't take more than 4 or 5 losses in a row on a bad day, and that's gonna cover. I'm still gonna be in the game even if I do go on a cold streak. Let's see, if I'm risking 5% of play, I can statistically lose 20 in a row before I lose my bankroll, which is never gonna happen. So yeah, just structuring yourself and having those escape plans, those rewards on risk, and always understanding what's best route and always understanding what's worst route. So I think that's gonna help you guys out. If you gain value from this, go ahead and drop a comment or add some more advice that has helped you and might help someone else. We're all in this together, guys. It's us against the bookies. It's us against the other people, and we're together, guys. We're building a community. We're building a family. If you haven't been locked in yet, then get locked in, man. I'm part of a community called Multi Bets, and we're running it the up. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and leave a comment, and I appreciate you for watching. It's your boy, and